Okay, for today's lesson, we're going to be dividing polynomials. We are in 11-5, Study Guide and Intervention, page 30. I'm going to do 2 problems from page 30, and I'm going to do 1 problem from page 31. So let's start with problem number 2 on page 30. And we're going to divide it by 2x. So problem number 2 says that you are dividing 2x to the 3rd power plus 12x squared minus 8x by 2x. So we can easily do this problem by drawing a box. Now there's 3 terms inside and there's 1 term outside. So when you draw the box, it's going to be a 1 by 3. So this term, the 2x, is going to go on the outside. And all of this is going to go on the inside. So you have 2x cubed plus 12x squared minus 8x. And then you start dividing. So you're going to say 2 divided by 2 is 1. How many more x's do I need here so that it can make 3? Well, you have 1 already, so you need 2 of them. Then you do 12 divided by 2. That gives you positive 6. And you say, how many more x's do I need on the outside so that it can give me 2 x's on the inside? Well, you just need 1 more. And then you do the last one, which is negative 8 divided by 2. If you put that in the calculator, negative 8 divided by 2 gives you negative 4. And how many more x's do you need on the outside so that it can give you a 1? None, because you already have 1 here. So this is your final answer. And you can just write it x squared plus 6x minus 4. The next problem we're going to do is problem number 6 on page 30. So go ahead and start writing it down. I would pause the video and do it. I would do it by yourself first and then check if you got it right. So problem number 6 says 8m squared p squared plus 4mp minus 8p divided by p. So again, you have 3 terms on the inside, 1, 2, 3. And you have 1 term on the outside. So when you draw the box, it's going to be a 1 by 3. And you're going to put the p on the outside. And all of this on the inside. So you can put 8m squared p squared plus 4mp minus 8p. And hopefully you did this problem by yourself already. You paused it, and all you're doing is checking it. And if you're not, then you need to pause it right now and start working it out. So then you start dividing. Well, there's no number on the outside, so that's really like a 1. So if you say 8 divided by 1, that's 8. You have 1p on the outside. You have 2 p's on the inside, so you need 1 more. And you also need m squares. There's no m squares here. There's m squares here, so this should be m squared. And you need 1 more p. Here you have 4 divided by 1. That's positive 4. There's an m inside, but there's no m on this one, so this one should have an m. And then there's already 1p and 1p, so you don't need any more p's out here. And the last one, negative 8 divided by 1 is negative 8. You already have a P and a P here, so you don't need any more P's. This is your final answer. Make sure that you did not forget the plus sign and the minus sign when you're writing down your answer. And now let's go to page 31. Let's do problem number 2. Problem number 2. So again, you can pause the video and try it yourself first. Remember how we did it yesterday and see if you can do it by yourself. So you're dividing x squared minus x minus 6 by x minus 3. So now you have 3 terms, but that's a quadratic. And if you notice, this is like factoring because they already gave you one of the factors. That's 2 terms on the outside. So when you have 2 terms on the outside and you're dividing a quadratic, then it's going to be a 2 by 2 box because you need 2 terms on the side and 2 terms on the top. So on the side, you would put the x minus 3. And inside, you would do it how we normally do it, where you put the x squared in the front and the minus 6 in the back. And remember that these two need to give you a sum or a difference of -1. So don't worry about factoring yet. Let's just start filling out the outside if you can. So I know this is x, so this has to be x because x times x is x squared. If this one's -6, I need something here that will multiply and give you -6. So if you can't think of any numbers, then you can work backwards and divide. So that's -6 divided by -3. That gives you a +2. Okay, so that will be your answer if everything checks off. So let's go ahead and check it. X times 2 is +2x. X times -3 is a -3x. And when you combine these two, does it give you -1? And it does. So your answer is not x minus 3 and x plus 2. It is only x plus 2. Because they're asking you to divide. They're not asking you for the factors. So they had already given you this part, the x minus 3. You don't need to rewrite it. You just write that down the answer.